So now we're going to talk about shooting platform. Now we just cleared and made sure that this firearm was safe as we were going forward in this training. You always want to make sure you do as well. Anytime you're doing dry fire or weapon manipulation, you got to clear that firearm. So we're going to take a quick minute and teach you how to do that. What does that really mean? Anytime you pick up a firearm, there's 3 basic rules we have to follow, and I'm going to go through the 3 safety rules with you. The NRA uses 3. Personally, I use 4, all right, the USCCA version, and I'm going to go over that. So some people want to argue, it's not important. They all cover the same bases. Rule number 1 is we always want to make sure we treat this firearm like it's fully loaded all the time, okay? When you think about people who accidentally get shot, they didn't know one was in the chamber. They thought it was unloaded. They thought that the safety was on. One thing in common is they treated it like it was unloaded. So anytime I pick up this firearm, I treat it like it's loaded. Now what you're seeing me do here, it doesn't matter which hand it is, that's what we call our universal holster. All right. So a lot of times people don't know how to pick up their gun or how to walk with their gun. They'll walk like this, they'll walk like whatever. But if you're walking to and from the range or whatever it is you're doing and you don't have a holster, the universal holster is a great way to do that, to help ensure safety and not look like you're trying to start trouble. So the first thing we want to go over is we treat them like it's loaded. All right, now for training, we have to make sure it's unloaded. So how do we do that? The first thing we're going to do is make sure we're always using a clear and safe handgun. What does that mean? Let me show you how to clear a semi-automatic. So the first thing we do is we want to drop this magazine. We want to drop it on the ground. Okay, we don't want to use our other hand, and there's a lot of people that want to say, yeah, just hold it, whatever. But if I'm focused on that magazine, what am I not focused on? The potential threat. So I always drop the magazine on the ground. At this time, we're going to pull the slide to the rear. We want to make sure that we physically and visually inspect that chamber. I'll put my finger in there to ensure that it is clear and safe and no round is in the chamber. The reason we do that, what if it's dark? What if you can't see? You have to intimately know your firearm and how it works, operates. So I touch it. I know that now it is clear and safe. I also check the magazine well. We want to make sure there's no magazine in there and no rounds anywhere close to this firearm. Once I do that, I can now treat this as a safe and clear firearm until I put it down. If I put it down and I take my eyes off of it, or if it's off my person, I have to assume that it's loaded again. So when I pick this up, just takes a second, verify, visually and physically inspect that chamber again, check that magazine well. I know for sure now that this is clear and safe again.